this is fight buzz. What do you think could happen? It was insane, but it was what I expected it would be. Mike Perry is a tough guy, so I figured it would take some time for obtain the knockout. But I thought he was going to get the knockout. It was crazy, man. Obviously, Jake has Mike Tyson coming up in November. How does that fight go, man? I think it's going to be a tough fight early for him. After all, he's older than Tyson, so it's only going to last so long. Therefore, if you can take him in the deep end, that fight will go well. Water, I believe that he may have changed his mind. You recently defeated Danny Jacobs, sir. It's terrible that Danny recently retired, but it was still a significant victory for you. What's next, man? There are many people in your division. You've worked hard to earn the belts. If I can get him, Lara is the one I want. He's the best. He's the biggest name in my division. Let's let him go. However, if it has to be Callis or Jank goes up, what happens? My hand, yes, that was undoubtedly him. How does it feel to be so famous and to be put on temporary leave? Tell us again what you thought of the battle that was. That's where we go right now. Haley, it's amazing that you have 2 million Instagram followers in just 3 weeks. You've been everywhere, so what can we expect from you next? It's a surprise, so can we get one? We can get one, but you can get it everywhere on the one pay-per-view starting at 900 p.m. Eastern, 600 p.m. Pacific. Clearly, this is an uncommon circumstance. Because a previous heavyweight champion from 2016 has a festering sore in his stomach, Perry, 32, is making his boxing debut as the main attraction in just his second career battle. Jake Paul's comeback to the boxing arena on Saturday night in Tampa took on less significance after his opponent, 58-year-old Mike Tyson, experienced a medical issue on a flight from Miami to Los Angeles in May, citing an ulcer flare-up. This bout was formerly among the most anticipated contests of 2024. Since then, Tyson has consented to move his fight with Paul, 27, to November 15th, which will free up space for bare-knuckle fighter and former professional fighter Platinum. On Saturday, Mike Perry will take over in his place. I fought in 30 professional fights, 0 of which were as a boxer, and you're telling me that this is welcome. However, for anyone who saw the vulgar press conference on Thursday, where Perry and Paul sparred back and forth, the converted boxer looked right at home as the main event. The two clashed on Friday night, and before Saturday's showdown, the weigh-in almost turned into a brawl. While Paul has written off Saturday's fight as a Mike appetizer, moderator and MMA enthusiast Ariel Helwani has reliably called Perry one of the toughest SS on the planet. Those two guys that you hit with the who the hell was, Perry now has the opportunity to establish himself, not just by defeating a wildlife who spent the better part of the last 10 years as a professional combat sports enthusiast, and I am an insane exploiter. Perry's path to the top of this fight card is just as strange as Paul's. Paul, a former Disney Channel star and YouTuber, has made millions of dollars as an influencer boxer and promoter without ever defeating a known fighter, something Perry's fight with Tyson was meant to correct. I'm glad Perry left his shirt open for everyone to see his fat-ass belly. Although Perry lacks Tyson's boxing background, he does have some advantages over the Hall of Famer. Tyson didn't even know how to counterpunch or protect himself. He didn't even directly respond to you. Although Perry only has one boxing fight on his record, a knockout loss in 2015, he is not eligible for AARP membership because he was born after the Lyndon Johnson administration. However, he does have a fearsome reputation on the bare-knuckle circuit, where he has 5-0 Perry 0-1 boxing records. Paul's challenger started training in the sport at the age of 11. In fact, he was from Flint, Michigan, one of the sports hotbeds where former super middleweight champion Anthony Darrell and two-time gold medalist Claire Shields were both born. I'm going to give you hell in the first and second rounds. Just wait and watch. You'll get tired and will be gasping for air growing up in Michigan and Florida. Perry experienced bullying, which led to him starting fights at his Michigan school. I was bullied a lot since I was one of maybe 10 white students in the entire school, he told MMA Junkie in 2015. He said that at other schools, I wouldn't back down and would engage in fights which would leave you gasping for breath. Breathe in your ear. Perry didn't get the honor roll because of Jake's comments during the die portion fight, but it did open up a career avenue for him as a 5'10" man. Perry started training in mixed martial arts and soon made a name for himself as a skilled striker, winning 9 knockouts to begin his career. The only issue was that Perry wasn't done being a troublemaker. In 2015, Perry told MMA Junkie, "I played Grand Theft Auto, and I wanted to be like that. I wanted it to be easy like that." He also revealed that in 2015, he had been arrested for burglary, given a 2-year community control sentence, which is similar to house arrest, and had failed a drug test, which landed him a few months in jail. In the end, Perry claimed that his time behind bars had set him straight. The day he was released from prison, he told MMA Junkie, "I showed up at the UFC gym in Winter Springs, Florida, and it's been good ever since." Perry went on to make his octagon debut in 2016 at UFC 202, replacing another fighter, Sultan Alf, who was forced to withdraw due to injury. Time against seasoned welterweight Lim Han-gu of South Korea, Perry defeated Alex Nicholson via first-round knockout, but the victory was marred by accusations of racism from Perry's corner man. He is incapable of opening his mother's fucking eyes. Nicholson Mike Perry reacts following the completion of his 2019 welterweight battle against Vicente Luque, as heard during pre-fight introductions. Nicholson later issued an apology on Twitter, but Perry leaned into the remark days after his debut victory. "I don't think any of my rivals can see me, and I opened a lot of eyes when I hit him." Perry's victory over Hongo and another knockout victory over Danny Roberts helped to raise his profile, and he would go on to earn consecutive Performance of the Night honors in 2017 with knockout victories over Jake Ellenberger and Alex Reyes. But as his competition improved, his record quickly fell from 11-1 in 2017 to just 148 by April of 2021. Perry then left the octagon and entered the budding bare knuckle fighting championship, where his striking power made him an instant success. "I do have to give him credit for his one-punch knockout power," Paul informed reporters on Thursday, but aside from that, it will be simple. Tyson and Perry have more than Jake does. Paul has traits with Tyson, who has been found guilty of everything from drug use to rape.